For WLCSports.com, I'm Matt Friedman. This is our 2014-2015 men's basketball season preview, joined by Warriors 23rd year head coach Skip Noon. Coach, last week, Saturday, the Warriors played an exhibition game at Marquette at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Take us through that experience and what it was like for your team.
You have to bring that up, don't you? No, it was an outstanding experience. It was everything that we could have hoped. The amount of enthusiasm around the game. I actually thought we did some really good things. It was hard for us to get things done offensively against them. They're so quick. I think they're so fundamentally sound on defense, and they put so much pressure. That was hard. I thought defensively, especially in the first half, we did some great things against them, and I think it'll be a sign of things to come.
And what things did you learn about your team from that? Obviously, up until that point, just scrimmaging against themselves, and to see them play another opponent, what things maybe did you learn that you're taking into this regular season?
Well, I think that we showed a lot of grit, but we didn't get a lot out of the Marquette thing other than the experience. We've had an alumni game, and we've had another scrimmage. Those things were a lot more telltale sign-ish, and I think we found out that we have a chance to be pretty good. I think there's certainly things that we have to work on, but for the most part, really, we came out and I thought played pretty well.
Now, you have 4 of your 5 starters from last season returning, and really a lot of your top players as far as minutes played from a season ago, a team that was 8th in the NAC, made the NAC tournament. So how do you turn all of that continuity and leadership returning into a next step for this team this year?
Well, and really, DJ Escamilla took over at point guard about halfway through, and so really for the last half of the season, we've had the same starting lineup as what we'll have this year. And I encourage them, and we talked last year about we can't be the same team this year. We got to be stronger. We have to be better basketball players, and I think we're there. I think we're stronger. I think the experience that we gained last year, maybe losing some close games early and starting to win them late, really helped us. I think we have some key contributors off the bench. I think Alec Breazeal is a new player that has come in that will help us as well. But the guys that we have coming back really are good.
And you mentioned Alec as a transfer student. What other newcomers should we be watching for this season?
Probably, I think the key other guy that should help us this year, and he's from St. Francis, and he's going to take a little bit of time to figure this out. But boy, I think he has a lot of upside, and that's Chase Nowak. He's long. He's going to play the 3 for us, but we've already seen. He just has these long arms that he gets shot blocks, and he's an excellent shooter. He'll have to learn and figure out the speed and the strength of the game, which is typical of most freshmen that they have to figure that out. But he's going to be a good one.
And, of course, during practices leading up to the season, there's always a lot to work on. But what do you see as the main strengths of this team right now, and what are the areas you think you most need to concentrate on working on here as you get into the start of the season?
Well, I really think that we can be a good rebounding team. I think we were excellent last year, and I guess I'd be less than disappointed if we didn't continue to go down that road. I think we're trying to become a better defensive team and be more consistent in what we provide defensively. Last year we just had a string of games down the stretch where teams got really good looks at the three-point line. We need to improve that. I think we need to be consistent on offense, and I think we should have more of an offensive scoring punch inside that should take a little bit of pressure off our guards. I think our guards are excellent. I think Kyle's excellent on the perimeter. I think our posts are great. We need to get them the ball, and I think they'll provide some scoring punch there.
Now let's preview the NAC a little bit. Last season you went 7-13 in NAC action, made the NAC tournament, but you had 12 games decided by 6 points or less, so very hotly contested games in NAC play. What do you see from the conference this year?
Well, I think we're going to get a lot of the same things. There are a few teams that have lost some really good players. I think Marion lost some key contributors, but they got a nice new group of guys in, plus they got some returning guys. Aurora, I think, has a chance to be very good as well. Then there are a lot of teams with some good players returning. Stick from MSOE as a preseason All-American. While they lost a couple of good players, they certainly returned maybe the best player in the conference. And so, I think that it's going to be competitive. It's competitive every year. When the 8th place team last year can have those 12 games lost by 6 points or less. I think we had 3 overtime losses last year. It's going to really be a hotly competitive and contested conference title.
And Coach, you start off the season with a busy week, as Tuesday you have a game here at the Rex against Lawrence, Thursday at Maranatha, and then right into NAC play Saturday as you host Edgewood. So what are you looking for out of your team during that first week of games?
Well, I think every team is kind of looking to establish their identity. Last year, over the first semester, we kind of struggled through that a little bit to get some consistency, and we're going to try to take advantage of the experience that we have and become consistent in what we're trying to get done. We got those, I think, are all games that should be hotly contested, and we're looking to come out on top in those games.
Once again, that's Warriors basketball coach Skip Noon. Coach, thank you and best of luck this season.
Thank you, and we look forward to having all the Warrior fans out there enjoying and helping us be successful in this 2014-15 season. Thank you.